Hello, girls. Welcome back to No Pick Me's Allowed. So, I'm getting over a cold, you guys. It was terrible. Hope you guys are doing well and you weren't sick like me. But basically, we're going to watch a couple videos about single mothers talking about the hardships that come with raising a child or children by yourself. Let's keep watching, y'all.
So I just went grocery shopping with the kids and I'm so exhausted and I'm just laying here trying to pinpoint which time of the day I actually had some time for myself. Like zero time. My baby, she's 8 months old and she is so clingy. At any given minute now, I'm about to call her dad and say, come get your kid. Because motherhood is so ghetto. Who decided to let it be mothers that mother? Like, why didn't the fathers mother? Why isn't it the fathers mothering? Because ever since I separated with her dad, I've just been on my own with my kid. Like there is no way I would be the mother and the father decide, okay, he's separated from me and he's deciding he's going to take the kid, and I just be like, okay. Like I would have had to go get my kid. Like, and this is the thing that I always say, men, they get to pick and choose when to parent. They're the father, but they decide, they get to pick and choose and be like, okay, this one weekend, maybe within the next 6 months, the baby can come and spend a weekend.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. That's just how life goes. Men can get up when they feel like it, come back when they feel like it. They can quote unquote babysit their child when they feel like it, go take a trip when they feel like it. And guess what? You are the primary caretaker. That's why this video is about women making sure that they get compensated prior to taking on motherhood. What does that mean? What that means is make sure that man has financially invested in you. Make sure you have assets. Make sure you have a village before you go ahead and decide that I'm going to lay down and procreate with a man. Because what happens is a lot of times we know men get up, they leave, and they pretend like, say, they don't have no kids. They don't remember you. So at least guess what? You have a house that was paid off or halfway paid off. Guess what? You can hire a village. For example, you can hire a nanny, you can hire a maid. And y'all can miss me with that. Oh, that's too expensive. Guess what? In Africa, in certain places, there is people that don't have a lot of money, but guess what? They have a maid. They have somebody that help come around and cook their food and stuff like that. And they don't have that much money, but guess what? Their money runs along over there. So they have those things. Why is that a woman supposed to have a baby and now she's taking care of a baby through postpartum with no assistance from anybody? Now this man talking about, oh, you're not the same. Everything has been so difficult since this baby, and I just don't feel like this is going to work out. And guess what? He leaves. And now you got to go back to a job that you hate and you don't want to leave your baby, right? You get no help. You're going through depression. Maybe you do want space from the baby, but you can't because you can't afford to leave your baby with nobody. And so that's why I feel like women should make sure that they have certain things in place just in case if a man say, yeah, I don't want you no more, I'm going to leave you. Anyways, y'all, let's keep watching.
And choose and be like, okay, this one weekend, maybe within the next 6 months, the baby can come and spend a weekend. I'm so grateful for Robsy. Like, Robsy saw that I was so overwhelmed and she just took the baby. She just picked up the baby and left the room. But it's just crazy how women have to always deal with it and you have to always do it. And fathers just get to say, okay, next 2 weeks or wait until the baby gets to this stage. No. even in the most difficult times, you are supposed to father because that's your job. Like, I can't handle it. I'm tired and I still have to do it. So why men get to be like, I'm tired, I'm busy, I don't have time this week. Make freaking time. Like,
If I'm raising your child by myself to the full extent, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, and I'm not able to find a job due to the fact of me having my children 24/7 with no breaks, what makes you think I'm going to be happy with you? Because the least you can do is help me support your child financially. And if you can't even do that, then the least you can do is help me with your child physically so that I can work to provide for the child we created together. But I wish a lot of you men would understand you are neglecting your responsibility of being a dad, leaving all the responsibilities solely on the mother. You are making it hard for her to work, find a job, and to care for the child that y'all created together. So if your child's mother puts you on child support, it's not to be bitter, it's not to be petty, it's simply because she has no other way to financially assist with your child. Because children are not cheap. And it's sad how a lot of men can live their day-to-day life as if they don't have a child out there that they're supposed to be taken care of. And lastly, if you can't even be loyal to your child, you can't be loyal to anybody.
there's a story.
It's just sad that women realize this after the fact. Your child is not a puppy. It's not gonna just need a few treats and a few toys. This is a human being we're talking about. And whether y'all like it or not, a child is a liability. It is a responsibility. Okay? And so you need to make sure that you have paperwork on that man. You have to. Men need accountability. And a lot of men do not have fathers in their lives that's going to make sure that their son takes accountability for that baby. And so you have to make sure that the courts make sure that that man takes accountability by way of marriage. So as soon as you procreate with this man, guess what? He is legally responsible for that child. And so even if you're saying, well, girl, what if he still doesn't step up to the plate? If that man decides that he wants to leave that marriage, not only will society look down on him because he abandoned his family, but he now has to most likely pay alimony if he can and child support. So it makes sense to just stay with that woman because now there's going to be two households that require incomes. And now you're paying for your income as a man. You're not paying for your income, but now you're supplying your household, right? And now you're supplying a household that you don't live in. So it makes sense just to stay with your wife because I'm telling you right now, it's going to cost a lot of money trying to initiate a divorce. Okay? And so if a man doesn't want to commit to you and say, you know what? I want to protect you. I want to show you that I'm here in the long run. Okay, I'm somebody that is dependable. I am somebody that's not going to just get up and abandon you. Then he would marry you. He wouldn't just put a baby in you. A man putting a baby into a woman, to me, is the most sleaziest thing a man can do. It's low effort. It says a lot about how he thinks of you and how he thinks of himself. A lot of men want to just reproduce and go on to the next and reproduce. And they don't want to have any consequences for their actions. So, woman, it's up to you to protect yourself. Pretend that your womb is a bank. Pretend that the womb that you have is literally a Chase Bank. It is a Bank of America. It is one of those elitist banks that only rich people bank at. Pretend that your womb is a bank, right? Would you just let anybody bank with you? Would you not make sure, hey, this person has to have this amount of money in order to open up a checking account? Or, hey, if I'm going to loan them this amount of money, I need to ensure that they're going to be able to pay me back on time and in full with interest, right? You would make sure, right? Because we're dealing with money, possibly gold. If you're a high level bank, right? You're dealing with very rich, classy people. So there's a lot of measures that are taken, correct? Because you have to protect your clients, right? And protect yourself, right? So why is it when it comes to y'all pussies, y'all don't want to protect y'all pussies in that way? I'm gonna put me in it too, because I'm a woman, right? And I'm not perfect. Why aren't we protecting our vaginas from these men? Why are we laying down with these men unprotected, with no type of meds, no type of birth control, no type of implant, to say, you know what, I'm taking initiative because I know that this man is not ready for marriage. I know that this man might not marry me, and I don't want to be a single baby mother raising a kid by myself with no support. Some women, right? A lot of women right now are chasing down child support for years. So yeah, they put this man on child support, but he's been quitting jobs. He's been working illegal jobs just so he can avoid paying child support. Is that what you want to do for the rest of your life? No. So that's why I'm saying, make sure you find a way to be compensated. Find a way to put paperwork on that man prior to having a kid. Because a kid is a serious bumbleclot thing. You understand? A serious thing we have to talk about. That's patois. That's patois. That's unbroken English. When Jamaicans speak, that's a broken English. That's how I'm speaking to y'all. A child is a real long-term thing. I get scared thinking about having a kid in this world. I literally, like, when I think about like the fact that I could be pregnant, I literally get a little anxiety attack, honey. I get an anxiety attack. I feel like as if I'm getting a heart attack. Like, I am petrified. That's why I don't understand for the life of me how y'all hoes do it. How do y'all percolate y'all pussies up 4 or 5 times having a fucking kid with no nigga? I'm sorry, no man. How do y'all do it? And sometimes, y'all ladies, the reason why I'm harsh on y'all is because I care. I give a damn. I give a damn. This is about women rectifying themselves and realizing, hey, I need to stop. I need to stop. Because this is not working out for me nor my children. This is not working out. Life isn't perfect. Yes, some marriages aren't perfect, right? But let me tell you who actually is winning at that. Let me tell you the woman who actually win. The woman that actually win in a marriage. Hey girlies, it's Editing Ocean here. I have no idea what happened to that video, but to keep it short and cute, the ladies that come out on top are the ladies that made sure that man invested in them financially and they secured that ring. Anyways, subscribe and like for more topics like this.